Hello, and welcome to another episode of Township Talks. I'm Katie.
And I'm Brian.
And today we're going to be talking a little bit more about the Grassroots Advocacy Network.
Yes, I'm sure as many of you remember, last month we rolled out the new Grassroots Advocacy Network to make advocacy to your state legislators easier. Really, this was a result of last year's effort to stop statewide zoning legislation, and local officials from across the state kind of banded together, reached out to their legislators, and collectively we were able to stop that legislation. So this new tool, as I said, will make advocacy easier, and it seeks to really capitalize on that success that we had last year and expand it to other opportunities.
Perfect. And we have a video here to show you exactly how to use the Grassroots Advocacy Network. So roll that tape.
To access the Grassroots Advocacy Network, log in to the PSATS website. Once you are signed in, click the Grassroots Advocacy button under Quick Links or use the Grassroots Advocacy and Policy menu at the top of the page. Welcome to the Grassroots Advocacy Network. To continue, click the blue box that says Grassroots Advocacy Network Tool. Select the campaign you would like to activate. In some cases, there may only be one. Read a little more about the campaign, review the letter, and even add your own comments. Personalizing your comments help make them stand out. Review your information and click Send Message.
Just a friendly reminder, make sure that you are signed in to PSATS.org to access the Grassroots Advocacy Network and many other member services that are on our website. We have a very big sign-in button right there on the homepage, right when you go to PSATS.org.
Yes, and as you saw from that video, it is incredibly easy to use. It is 4 clicks in under 4 minutes. You will be able to reach out to your legislators and have a huge impact on what is happening in Harrisburg.
Cool. So what can folks expect logging into the Grassroots Advocacy Network now?
Sure. If somebody were to log into the Grassroots Advocacy Network now, they would see a campaign for unfunded mandates. This really tries to raise awareness to the legislature of the cost unfunded mandates have on local communities, and just remind legislators in the beginning of session to really think about each piece of legislation and the unintended consequences that it could have on their townships.
Perfect. And anything coming down the pipeline that they should be expecting?
Sure. Yeah, in the next couple of weeks, we will be rolling out another campaign trying to address statewide OSHA. There's a piece of legislation that would create OSHA requirements on the local level. That would be something new. It would be a new mandate. Katie, do you want to talk a little bit more about what that is?
Sure, absolutely. So as some background, OSHA was created with the private sector in mind. It was not created thinking about the public sector, thinking about local governments and employees. The main takeaway that we always have is that townships do take worker safety and their employees' safety incredibly seriously. The workers at townships are the folks' neighbors. I mean, it's the people that live in the community. Many of our supervisors are also employees, so they take worker safety very seriously. They do already have a lot of training requirements and workplace safety, workers' compensation requirements. So putting that private sector created OSHA guidelines on the public sector doesn't always make a whole lot of sense, particularly because it functions off of punitive penalties in order to try to force compliance with those federal OSHA standards.
Yeah, wonderful. That was a great recap, and our campaign will try to point some of those things out. It will look to make sure the legislature understands that there are a lot of safety requirements that municipal employees already go through, that a lot of our supervisors are also employees of the township. The people that work for them are their friends, their family, their neighbors. So really is a very different environment than the private sector, and it's important to make a distinction between the two.
Absolutely. So again, keep an eye out for that campaign and lots of other campaigns within the Grassroots Advocacy Network.
Yep. And I also want to note that the way you will be notified of a new campaign is typically through the morning news. However, we will do other outreach efforts as well, and you can always just check the Grassroots Advocacy Network from time to time to see if there's anything new up there as well.
Perfect. We'll see you all there.
Have a great day.